G'day, mates. Today we're going to learn to solve equations that have variables on both sides of the equation. This is W11 in 8th grade algebra, or in 8th grade math, IXL. So again, when I'm given an equation where I notice there's an equal sign and I have multiple variables, and variables are on both sides of the equation, I still just follow the simple rule that what I do to one side of the equation, as long as I do it to the other side of the equation, I keep the equation true. So again, I don't want k's on both sides of the equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the k, this negative 6k from the left, by adding 6k to both sides of the equation. Again, that eliminates the negative 6k term from the left side, leaving just a negative 8 on the left side. And then these are like terms, which we can combine. Negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4k. Now, all I have is one last step to get rid of the multiplication between the negative 4 and the k. That means I'm going to divide by negative 4 both sides, leaving the k on the right side, and negative 8 divided by negative 4 is 2. And there's nothing wrong, by the way, with the k, or the variable, being on the right side of the equation. It still says k is equal to 2. So I can come over here and type in 2 and move on. All of these equations in this assignment are going to be very, very similar to this. Again, there's just going to be different positions with respect to the variables. So again, here we have a 3g on the left side of the equation, we have a 5g on the right side of the equation, and then we have the negative 10. So again, what I do is I'm going to leave the negative 10 where it's at. I'm going to minus 5g from both sides. Again, using that property, what I do to one side, I must also do to the other side. Those were like terms that cancel. I'm left with a negative 10 on the right. 3g minus 5 is going to be negative 2g. And then again, I am down to a one-step equation. Simple division now will undo that multiplication. And so I divide both sides by negative 2 in order to cancel the negatives and the 2's, leaving just the g. And then negative 10 divided by negative 2 is 5. And I get g is 5. So many of these look exactly the same. So I'm going to just speed this up a little bit. I'm going to jump a level, see if these get any bit harder. So yeah, so here we got one that has multiple variables on and like terms. What I mean is it has, there we go, I'm just getting that a little bit bigger. So again, here I have that negative 5 plus 9c equals 5c plus 7. So again, what I want to do is I want to bring the c terms to one side of the equation and the non-c terms to the other. So I'm going to do that by minusing 5c from both sides of the equation. At the same time, I'm going to add 5 to both sides of the equation, keeping like terms lined up. So again, I have my equal sign that's going to be right here in the middle. 5c and negative 5c cancel. The 7 plus the 5 is going to be 12 that's left on the right side. The negative 5 plus 5 cancel. And then 9c minus 5c is 4c. And now I'm down to a single one-step equation. Divide both sides by 4, and I get c equals 3. Again, it's just a matter of doing the same thing to both sides of the equation and adding or subtracting, multiplying or dividing by those terms that need to be multiplied by in order to eliminate from one side. Here's a 3-term expression. 3-term, meaning there's 3 terms on the right, 2 terms on the left. But again, they're really no more difficult than what we've already been doing. So again, first thing I would do is I would actually add like terms on the left side. So that's 7 plus 2 minus 4b. The 7 and the 2 I'd combine. So I'd do negative 3 minus 7b equals 7 plus 2 is 9 minus 4b. So all I did was I added or combined like terms on the right side. Now that I'm down to this 2-term expression on each side, I'm going to add 4b to both sides. That brings the b terms to the left side of the equation. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. That's going to move this non-b term to the right side of the equation. Put my equal sign right where it belongs. Again, the negative 4b and 4b cancel. 9 plus 3 is 12. The negative 7b plus 4b is going to be a negative 3b. And then the negative 3 and the 3 cancel. So it leaves us this one-step equation. Now I undo the multiplication through division, negative 3, and I get b equals negative 4. Hopefully this is helping you with the process. Again, it's just a matter of moving the terms with the variable to one side and moving the terms that don't have a variable to the other. So I'm skipping through a few of these, seeing it. Okay, don't let decimals throw you. Decimals are no harder than anything else. You just got to watch your basic math, right? So I have 16c minus 19.01 equals 15.15 plus 18.8c. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the c terms to the left side of the equation, move the non-c terms to the right. So I'm going to minus 18.8c minus 18.8c. I'm going to add 19.01, add 19.01, keeping the equal sign right in the middle, right? Those c terms on the right cancel. The non-c terms on the left cancel. So then I just have this 15.15 added to the 19.01. So 5 and 1 is 6. 1 and 0, 0. Watch my decimal. 4 and 9 is 14. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3. So I get 34.16 equals, now be careful here, negative 18.8 plus the positive 16. Again, you can grab a calculator by all means if you need to do that. So actually, it's not going to be that. It's going to be, see, I even struggle a little bit to do it in my head. I recommend, writing things down. 8 minus 0, 8 minus 6 is 2, and the larger number was negative, so it's a negative 2.8c. And now c is equal to whatever 34.16 divided by a negative 2.8 is, divided by a negative 2.8. Those cancel. So I'm going to do that right here, 2.8 into 34.16. I'm going to move the decimal over 1. 2.8 goes into 28 once, 28. 14 minus 8 is 6. Carry down the 1. That's going to be not 3, but apparently 2. That's 16. Puts the 1 up here. 4 is 56. 11 minus 6 is 56. 28 goes into 56 twice, so it's 12.2. Don't forget, one of them was negative, one is positive, so it's a negative 12.2. Let's see if I did my math right. Negative 12.2. Should say awesome or great. Hey, great job. Again, even though there's more, just add the like terms together and then bring the u terms to one side and the non-u terms to the other side. If you have any more questions, do bring them to class. I'll help you with these. Oh, let's do this one. Let's do a parentheses one. I want to make sure I show one of every type that you might see. What I would recommend here is to actually remove the parentheses first off. So the very first thing I would do is I would remove the parentheses by distributing. So let's write this out really quickly. Negative 6, 9u plus 9 equals negative 9u minus 6 parentheses 7u plus 8. First thing I'm going to do then is distribute in. That's going to be a negative 54u minus 54 equals negative 9u minus 42u. That's 6 times 7, so I'm distributing this one in, minus 48. Now I'm going to add these like terms. I'm doing nothing to the left side of the equation. But on the right side, I'm not minus 9, minus 42 more is going to be a minus 51u minus 48. Now I'm down to two terms on each side, one with the u, one without. Going to add 51u to both sides. That means those are going to cancel. I'm going to also add 54 to both sides, because that will make those cancel. Negative 54 plus 51 will be a negative 3u equals negative 48 plus 54 is going to be a 6, and then divide by my negative 3, and I get u is negative 2. Let's see, negative 2. Excellent. If you have any questions, again, please do bring them to class, and I will help you.